Good morning, everyone. We're trying this again. I think I was in the wrong group before. I am Karin Braxton, and I am coming to you live from Bozeman, Montana, where it's 28 degrees today. There's lots of snow and a lot of snow. In fact, I don't think we've seen this much in 12 years. Let me see if I'm transmitting now. Yes, now I can see myself. Okay, that works. Okay, good. Good. I couldn't figure that out. I don't know. It's so funny. You know, you just do things every week. There's always something. You have to be in the right place and all that. Excuse me. So it is December 6th, 2022. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We have 8 grandchildren. I think 6 of the 8 have birthdays in November and December. And then we have 3 children, our son-in-law, daughter-in-law, and our daughter all have birthdays in November or December. So we have had a ton of birthdays. And now I'm just starting to think about Christmas. Anyway, let's see if anyone is finding. No, I don't see anyone yet. Oh, there's Carla. Good morning, Carla. You found us. I was in the wrong place, and there we go. So maybe Elisa found us. Good. All righty. So if you haven't found us, I hope Melissa can find us. She found us when I was in the other place. So anyway, there's sort of a lot. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. Let's see what's here. Just saw some message I didn't understand. I am here, Kathy said. Oh, good. You're there from Oregon. Ladies, don't forget, we have lots going on. The mini catalog. Oh, my goodness. I'm really sad. I've loved this catalog. I've used it a ton. There's still a lot that I haven't used in it, and I would like, but there isn't time. We have our last chance going on. This is all from the mini catalog. And I'm going to show you. I mean, some things are like 60% off. Here's a calendar card that I'm doing this week, Thursday. I have a class with Post-it note holders and calendars. This paper is from the Splendid Thoughts, and that's all like 60% off. So the designer paper is 60%. It normally is $15. Now it's $6. The dies and the stamps and all those things are retiring, and I'm just using it now first. Like, oh goodness, what was I thinking? It was the most beautiful paper, and I have quite a bit of it, and I've been saving it because it was so pretty. Don't forget the last chance list. That's going on. Things are going quickly, so don't procrastinate on that. And last week, Stampin' Up! Surprised us with a clearance. Hey, Martina, good to see you this morning. Clearance refresh, and oh my gosh, it was enormous. And it had a lot of things that were retired from the old catalog, not this one, but the old one. And then we are getting ready. I'm going to set those aside for now. Got sort of a mess going on behind me. This is the brand new catalog. This one starts January 5th. It's a beautiful catalog with gives you a peek of the designer paper. We can't show you the inside until January, but we can show you the outside. The things on the inside are beautiful. That catalog is only going to be 4 months instead of our normal 6. It's also going to be Celebration starting January 5th. So, hey, Nancy, good to see you this morning, too. So you can see some of the cute little sneak peeks on there. We can't look at the inside, but we can look at the outside. Lots of wonderful things for our celebration. And remember, that's when you place an order, $50, $100, $50 increments. So anyway, that's going on. Let's see, we have a lot of things to talk about, but I'll sort of talk about some of those things as I'm working today. I have 2 wonderful projects for you. I think they're really fun because they're brand new sets of stamps. One set is called Desert Details. It was sort of a set I wasn't sure I wanted. It is gorgeous. I have enjoyed it more than anything. And the other one that we're going to play with today is called Seaside Bay. I thought this is just a perfect one with all kinds of cool things for the beach and the ocean and all those things. So we're going to be working with those two stamps today, and we are going to be doing a bookbinding cards. That's one of my favorite fun folds. It's easy and it's impressive and it's just fun to make. So I like making those, and I thought I would do those today with brand new paper, brand new stamps and inks, and it'll be a lot of fun, I think. So please keep commenting. If you're on Facebook, be sure you follow, click, like, thumbs up, hearts, all kinds of stuff. Later, when I post this on YouTube, make sure that you are following, subscribing. I always give them measurements. Now I think it's under more. Used to be a little arrow. Now I think it's more. So I always write all the measurements from this class. Okay, we're going to turn the camera down. So ladies, please keep talking amongst yourself. Let's see once. Good. Okay. Alrighty, I can see myself in the computer. There we go. Okay, we're going to turn things down, so close your eyes for a second. My craft room is a mess. I have all kinds of projects going on. I have a class on Thursday. I had a stamp camp on Saturday. Oh, so that was busy, and it just took me it took me a whole day to clean up from that. And then now I'm getting ready for a class. On Thursday, we're going to make 2 calendar cards. These stand up like this. They're really fun, both beautiful papers. This one is a brand new paper from the desert. It's got rose gold and Calypso coral. That's why I've worn a Calypso coral sweater today. So these are the calendar cards, and we're going to make Post-it note holders too. So that's on Thursday. It's a $25 class, and I can send kits to ship or in person. I can take 2 more people in person and kits to ship. Okay, here we go. Let's get our papers, everything ready. We're going to start with, we're going to do something really fun today that I have never done until recently. So it's called Faux Tile. Set those over there. Anyway, that's what we're going to do today is Faux Tile. And we're going to do desert details. And let's see, I don't know how my light is here. It's a little, there we go. So it's got these fabulous dies, like you wouldn't believe it. I don't know. I didn't know if I needed this. I don't have a lot of deserty type cards that I might send, but they have beautiful elements. I really have enjoyed it a lot. So, okay. And it's a distinctive set of stamps. So they sort of have a natural shading. The Stampin' Up! Is done for us. And they're really neat to use. So the cards that I made, I'll show you a couple of cards that I made with my leftover pieces first. After I made the cards for today, I had some leftover pieces, and this is what I made. Really like, do you see those beautiful embossed framelits or dies rather? We have some new gems, and there's that beautiful paper. It just sparkles. It's gorgeous. Just made that one up. I don't know. It was just something I had. This paper goes with Cajun Craze, Petal Pink, Soft Succulent. This one's Soft Succulent. Really like to see that frame. That cuts out the inside, and then there's an outside and all that embossing on it. I think it would be perfect for my nephew. I have a cousin who lives in New Mexico, and he does a lot of decorating with, Southwest style. Anyway, the cards for today, these are going to appear in a class in January sometimes. So this is what we're going to do today. We are going to do what's called the faux tile technique. And here's one card that I did out of Calypso coral. Here's another one. This one says your smile is pure magic. This one says sending warming rays your way. And then there's a Southwest style border I put on that one. This is from some foil paper that's in the kit. This one is another border at the bottom, a different border. There are two different borders. So one I put ribbon on, one I did not. You see, this is the binding part. Okay, and the ones that we're going to make for today are going to be soft succulent. So this is the one I made. Your smile is pure magic. And again, that beautiful dry brush metallic. And there's that inside. You know, I think these could be birthday or anything. Let the fun begin. I think that could definitely be a birthday card. And so we're going to make one of those now. Okay, so let's get our pieces out. And now I can't keep up with comments. Let me see what's here. Hey, Melissa, glad you found us again. So glad you did. Okay. So let me get my pieces out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the grid. And we're going to take some 4x4 paper. You can take a screenshot if you'd like. I will have these all typed up later. It takes me about an hour to take photos and everything. But we're going to do this first. And we're going to, this is the grid on the front. Do you see it looks like it has little grout lines or tile lines? And that's what I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to use our Simply scoreboard. And I've got a little stack of papers cut here. I'm going to stand up, and I love this piece of equipment. I think it's $30 in our annual catalog. It comes with these little markers. I tend to lose. I've lost some in the past, but love them. They store back here. This opens up and it stores. I've marked this at 1, 2, and 3 inches, and we're going to just score down. I'm going to give it a nice. I like to use my thick end that comes with a thin and a thick. Now I'm going to rotate this and do the same thing. I hope you will try this. This is so much fun. It's addictive. It's just like, oh my gosh. Fun, fun, fun. I saw, well, this is the way I've never done this in my life. My business group, Brenda Quintana, gave us this as a challenge a few weeks ago. And she challenged us in our business group to make one of these cards and to enter it. And that's how I started doing it. And I watched a couple videos, just like that. That's 3. We've got plenty. I could just keep going, but I won't. It's very fun. Anyway, that's how I started. I watched a video by Patty Bennett. She has a good video on faux tile. And there are a couple other ones out there, too, that are okay. But Patty's is good. And so now I've got my tile for stamping. I'll put that away and bring out the rest of the pieces. We're going to set those aside for now. And we're going to have we have some foil, and I've got a bunch of pieces here. I don't want to forget to stamp on my envelope. I tend to forget that quite often. We are going to start with a 4 1/4 by 11. That's a top folding card like this. And we're going to score it at 5.5 and 4 1/4. Now I already have this scored at 5.5. So 4 1/4 is going to make that little binding. And I'm just going to bring in my paper trimmer for this one because I can handle it really easily. I'm going to score it now at 4 1/4. I'm just going to move this. It's already at 5.5, and I'm going to do 4 1/4 just on one side. This is my scoring blade, like that. And then you just fold it back like that. Very, very simple. Let's see once. I don't know if we want to use a, what do you think? Do you want to use, should we use the dark or the lighter? This is soft succulent. This is evergreen. Which color do you think I should use this time? Tell me that. You'll have to tell me quickly because we're going to start making it. So the first couple people that tell me, we're going to set that right there. We're going to be putting gold on. This piece is that distressed gold. It is out right now. I think it's coming in at the end of December. It's 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. It's in the annual catalog. What do you think? Anyone have an opinion? The dark or the light? I'm wondering about this, so, okay, I'll just wait a second. And then we have this piece is dark. Carlos is dark, and we have a spine. This is 1 1/8 by 4 1/4. I think we'll go with dark because Carla was the first person to say that, and we'll just choose that. And get my little supplies, my little silicone mat. I can't do anything without a silicone mat. So we're going to take these little tabs off. This is just 1/8 of an inch larger than our mat. I want you all to try this formula, and these measurements are all my own. These are all my own cards, but in a bookbinding style. But the way to do the tile, you can just watch anyone's video. Oh, I forgot to do something. I can see where I forgot here already. I'm just going to put that on right there and cut that off. I don't know, I must. So we're going to make a bookbinding. So you've seen me do this. I've done it many times. This is the part we're going to put adhesive on. And I like to you can use your tear tape. That would, if you're not sure, tear tape is the way to go. You put it on, 2 strips of it on there. I like to use my Seal Plus. That's the dark one. It's very, very strong. You sort of go backwards on itself when you're like that. And it is so strong, nothing will come apart with it. So you burnish it, and it opens like a book. And then we're going to put a piece of designer paper on. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? You can just see it. Let me just find this is what it looks like. This is what a pretty good size, it's one-sided. It's a specialty paper, and it's in that brand new catalog. And you get 4 sheets of it. I've almost used up 1 package. I've just had more fun with it. This is the one I used in that calendar class that's coming up. And then there is a set of designer paper that goes with the desert paper, and it looks like this. I don't have, let's see what's here. You can see it here, like this. You can just see some of these designs. It's hard when it's so big like this. Very, very Southwest looking. Beautiful colors. Very muted. I hope you're hearing okay. I forgot to check. I forgot all kinds of things. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And then I totally forgot to do things at the end. Like check the volume and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see. So we got that on. We're going to put this on now. That's what that came from. And this is just 1 inch. This binding is 1 1/4. It's just a real easy measurement. I just have it memorized. I have made so many of these. I love them. I love making them for swaps and for class. It's just a fun card. Okay, now we're going to put that aside for a second. And that was 1 inch by 4 1/4. Somehow I didn't cut that correctly. So, which happens sometimes. Like last week, I told you the wrong measurements. Okay, let's see what's here. I need my inside piece. And that is going to be 3 3/4. Got this whole stack of paper here. Don't want to lose parts of this. I've got things in my envelope. This is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and that's going to go right here. But I think before we do that, we'll stamp. We'll do some stamping. I'm going to set this aside and get our grid out and everything. Let me see what's If I can just move all this stuff out a little bit without losing it completely. Let's see what's here. I think we don't need it. We'll do it this way. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Okay, here is our grid. Let's see. Okay, these are our stamps, and they're distinctive, like I said. Let's do that. Let's do that border first so that I don't forget that. Let's do that, and we're gonna do our soft succulent. Actually, I think I'm gonna just do that right on my envelope too, so I can remember that it's a big, big, big stamp. So you want to ink it up well, ink it up, and then we're just gonna put it on the front of our envelope. Let that ink set in. Isn't that a pretty design for the front? Like that. And we're going to put that same design on our inside. I mean the camera frame, that works, yep. I can't always tell. We'll set that piece right there, and now we're going to do our the grid part. So just watch carefully as I do this. Everyone is different, of course. I'm going to start with the biggest ones. Give it a, and I'm going to start. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want the ink to go down inside of the grid. You want it to stay out like that. You want it to have, and I'm going to just make little, I'm just going to put make triangles. When I'm stamping, you want to think there's 1, 2, 3. That makes a triangle. There would be another one. So over here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Again, another down here, and there we have it. That's just as easy as it comes. And now I'm going to put the smaller one right there, right there. I mean, I just totally made this card up. So, but I think it's great. I love that collage-y type of stamping. That triangle business, that's sort of an important thing. I mean, visually, artistically, that's what they will teach in an art class. My stamping teacher, Shirley Hotop, is the one who always insisted we do that when I first started stamping. So let's do our words. Let's push that aside. And now we're going to be stamping on this designer paper. So this is what it looks like. So it's Calypso Coral on one side, and it's soft succulent on the other. And let's see, your smile is pure magic, sending warm rays your way. Oh, I don't know which one we want to do. Let's see, sending warm rays, I think is what we're going to do, because I haven't done that one. That's a good reason. So ink it up really well, and I'm going to just really hold this on my card, on my designer paper, because it's a little bit more porous than like our white paper, which has a nice smooth coating on it. I'm just going to angle cut those ends like that. It's one of my favorite ways of it's just quick and easy, and it looks nice. Okay, so that's done. I think almost all of our sending warm ways your way, and you can do anything you want on the inside that way. Now let's put our card together. So let's see. Okay, where did I put my parts and pieces here? Where did the card go? Oh, here it is, behind my laptop. Okay, this is 4 inches by 4 inches. That gold was 4 1/8. And now this is what the silicone mat is really for, is for the gluing part, not really for stamping. But I just wanted to just have a contrast between my tabletop. This is my Seal Plus. You could use any kind of adhesive you want. I wanted to stick to the gold is what I'm thinking. My reasoning is there's just an edge of gold. Now, obviously, you know what I did? I forgot to do was punch out of that gold. We don't really I didn't need to do that, but you could die cut or punch a shape like this. I've already done this, but you don't want to waste all that gold for sure. And I did on my other ones. I just forgot while I was doing it with you. Okay, let's put, this is going to go on like this. You can cover up if you have a little smudge. You want those white grids to show up. You can put this any place you want. I think I'll just put it right. I think what we'll do is, I've just lost the part I just showed you. Just showed you something, and now I can't find, oh, here it is. Here it is. It's very, very tiny. It's like a aloe vera plant or some. Yes, you're going to have to try this. It's really a fun and easy technique. I'm going to just put some glue on here like this. And that'll work just perfectly. Just a little tiny dab. I forgot to get this going this morning. Actually, I was actually gluing, but on the other side of the room, and I had that glue out. So anyway, I'm going to give you, while I'm, oh, there's my glue coming in now, finally. It's coming in a burst. Okay, I'll give you, while I'm, we don't need too much of this. It's coming out very quickly. Just a tiny dot like that is all you need. I don't know why. You'd think I'd been flying and had been in an airplane. That's what happens every time I go someplace. My glue gets all, it pressurizes. So anyway, what I was going to tell you is my nephew Sam had his 3rd surgery last week. They put a cage around his body and to pin his pelvis, screw his pelvis bones to this outside. The cage is outside of his body, and he did well during the surgery. And he's in a rehab hospital now. I'm gonna put this. We're gonna put dimensionals on those and pop that up. Anyway, so he's doing pretty well. My sister, who's a teacher in Madison, Wisconsin, they've gone back to, she and her husband have gone back now to Madison, and so Sam is in Massachusetts. He still has a huge recovery, very long recovery. So he would really, I know, appreciate any prayers. We're going to just put this, I think I'll put it right like this. There we go. And then I would also ask prayers for our friend Kathy, who is one of my teammates and friends, and she fell and broke her leg in 2 places the other day, and she's in the hospital and is not able to have surgery. She has to have dialysis. She's on a kidney transplant list, and she needs a kidney, but first she needs to heal before they can do surgery. Oh, that's not quite long enough. I don't know what I was thinking. I had another one in here. Let me see once if I can find it. So please pray for Kathy. She is just the sweetest, most optimistic person in the world. And we hope that the swelling will go down so they can operate. Here's what was left from this piece. That would work. I want it to be long enough. Let's see what else I have in the bag here. You can see how pretty these frames are. Just, oh my gosh, I've never seen such pretty frames. We're not going to use them on here, but anyway, I thought I would use that piece right there, but it's just not quite long enough. What I could do is, oh, I think I'll do that. That's a great idea. Just thought of that just now. I'm going to take this frame and, oh, look, this is what I did for another card. I just stamped off, and then I did the verse right over it like that. I think what I'll do is this. I'm going to take this frame and I'm going to cut it. I'm just going to snip it like that. It'll be perfect. We're just going to do that. And you could put ribbon on, or you can do an edge like this, whatever you'd like. There we go. Then I still have another little bit left. I think that'll work out really well. Let's see. Let's see. Gonna put this. I'm gonna add some adhesive, some Tombow adhesive to this. I will have all of these. I'll take pictures more. I've taken some pictures and I'll watermark them, and I will get everything put on YouTube and Facebook, everything entered, so it's all there for you. You can, but give me at least an hour. Sometimes it takes longer to download things, but it takes a little while to get everything photographed and watermarked and typed. There we go. I like that a lot. That was a good fix. Sometimes we can make a good fix. Let me just get, my hands are sticky now, and I need to get my wet wipes out. I can't stand having sticky hands. That's probably my reason for not using Tombow. But for some things, we just sort of need it. There is our card, and now we need a little bit of bling on there. And our envelope, oh, we've got our inside of our card is like that. And lost my other, oh, there it is, my other seal. Okay, we're gonna put it like this. Nice little inside. And now let's see once where we have our bling. Here it is. I use the, this is a brand called Gold Faceted Adhesive Sequins. They're quite pretty. They're like this. This other one works really well too. This one's called Iridescent Pastel Gems. Nice colors. The Succulents, the Calypso, I don't know what that is. Maybe pink or clear. But we're going to use this one. These are, look at this. We have moon-shaped, crescent-shaped, tiny, medium, and then these teardrops. And let's see once. I think we're just going to put, a couple on there. Let's see. I think we'll use our, take your pick tool and just put them right there. Like that. And there we have it. Our card is finished. It wasn't hard. Let's see what, and here's the one with the ribbon. The placement's slightly different, but I love that on there. This is our envelope, and there we have our card. So now we'll move on to the next one. So that is called Desert Detail. And that, Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we all get to pre-order some things and a limited number of things. And that's one of the biggest advantages of being a demonstrator, is getting to pre-order, which we've just done last week. Now, I got these from On Stage when I went to Indianapolis. So my pre-order that I ordered last week has not arrived, even though I 2-day expedited it. It is not here yet, which sort of upsets me, because here I paid extra to have it sent in 2 days, which should have been yesterday, and it's not here. And I bet it's, I think I made a mistake. I mixed my clearance with brand new things, and there are 2 different picking lines, but I didn't realize that until later. I should have known that, but I didn't. I've got gold all over me now here. Okay, we're going to do Seaside Bay. We're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to do I'll show you the cards that I've made. Love this set. Love this. This paper is like to die for. It comes in I'll just show it to you. Comes in 6x6. Just got a little plastic sleeve here, and it's sort of a mess because I've been working with it a little bit. It has things that you can die cut. It has a lot of dies. It has sort of a pearlescence. You can see the shiny. It has gold on it, and then it has these gorgeous colors. It has mint macaron, calypso coral. This is one we're going to use today. It says gold and a little shimmer, and then wood grain on the other side. You can see this one. Isn't that beautiful? And these shapes can be cut. Look at that one. Isn't that great? Love that. Very, very pretty. Here's one that hasn't been cut up into bits and pieces. Isn't that pretty? There we go. Here's a navy blue. Lots of this one looks like waves. You could fussy cut it into waves. The other side is like that. Oh, this one's gorgeous. It's got Sahara sand and gold and pearl. And then that's like that. And then it has these parts that you can cut, like these. These birds can be die cut. These shells, everything. It's really a neat paper. I think it's going to sell quickly. I have my limit of it. I have everything I can buy. We can only buy two designer series papers. So, and I have to work on swaps for my business leaders swaps. And so I always need that. And I try to, the more you buy, the more money you save, and then you get free things. So that's how it all works. So, in Stampin' Up, when you get to $150 in your rewards, let me just show you. If you don't know this is such an important thing. I have a lot of team leaders that don't know at the back of any catalog. This is the Christmas catalog. So when you get to $150, you get 10% rewards. And that's how I use, those rewards are how I give gifts when I send thank you gifts to people. If you get to $300, you get 12%. That's a lot. So when you spend $150, you get $15 in free. I don't know what 12% is of 300. But when you get to 400, that's the magic level. Then you get 14% in free things, plus you get a half price. So always look at that little chart. And if you're placing an order, I like to think in $50 increments, especially during celebration. But this is what we're going to do next. This is the card with the Seaside Bay. This one is Petal Pink. And this one is, these are both Sympathy in Night of Navy. And maybe I should have stamped this one in navy, but I don't know, rather than crumb cake. I don't know why I did, but I just did. So I was trying different things. So we're going to make one of these now. Okay, let me get my pieces. We're going to do something slightly different. I think we're going to use the flat pearls that are gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I didn't use them on the others. I just pulled from the things that we have in our catalog, but I think because I couldn't find these. And I just have a few of them anyway. But these pearls are like, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. They're flat and they're different sizes. Look at that. They're very nice. So we're going to do that. Okay. I just bumped the camera. Let's see. Let's get our bits and pieces out here. I've got a bag full. Oh, here's the piece that I had for the last one. I had die cut it and put it in the wrong bag. Well, we may do, didn't we? It was just fine the way it was. Okay, I've got some grids that I've already done, 4x4. And we're going to set those right there. And we have, I'm going to set that, I keep bumping the camera. I've got it down pretty low, actually. So we have our pink, our Petal Pink is... This is a top folding card, remember. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and then 4 1/4. And then we're going to put our adhesive on that. I have not looked at the comments, so I better check the, whoops, I made it a little too hard. Sometimes I do that with this one. But it won't make any difference at all. Just have to use a gentle hand, and sometimes I go too fast. Okay, it's just like that. That's our book binding. And let me just check these comments first before I go on any further. I can't find them now. There we go. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. And now we can put a crumb cake right there. And we can either do it like this but if we do that, we probably should, or we can do this one. The binding is 1 inch by 4 1/4, and I've cut the tan just a little bit bigger. This one, I thought I had these all labeled, but I don't know what happened to them. Oh, here it is. So I have 2 cut. I have crumb cake or gold, and I have 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, perfectly square. I think we'll just, we can do the gold. I think we'll do the gold. I didn't do the gold on the other one, and then we'll use this. We probably need a, oh, I think we'll just do without a mat because I don't have a mat cut. We'll do it like that. Okay, and this piece is 1 inch by 4 1/4 or something like that. Let's see, let's put these all together. We'll use a little bit of gold to make it sparkle. There we go. Okay. There we go. And we're gonna, I think we could use this. I use the navy piece. We're gonna use the gold this time. And let me get my grid, my silicone mat. We're just not going to add a base behind that. And now we're going to, oh, that's a little bit messy here. Wet wipe to, whenever you get glue on foil, it's a little tricky to take off. You can wipe it. Okay, now we're going to do our grid stamping. We're going to do this in our crumb cake, and I think I'll put this silicone mat just so you can see it better. And we're going to do our inside piece is 3 3/4 by, and we want to do some stamping, plain stamping too, so don't let me forget that. We're going to stamp in soft suede, and this is all going to be slightly different than the other one, I imagine, because it's just sort of a collage-y kind of thing. I'm going to start with this cool stamp. It's got these 3 shells and some sand. Just going to put it down there. I'm going to put it, again, I'm going to just run it right there. And I'm going to put this clam shell. I like this stamp. I think it's a really good one for the middle. There's a really neat piece that, there we go. Let's see, let's do, we're not doing the same stamps over and over, but I'm going to still use that triangle sort of technique. I'm going to put it up, maybe up here. There we go. And we're going to put a bird. It's going to maybe overlap a little bit right there. That's going to get covered up by another bird. I should have done that one first, but I didn't. Okay, here's another shell. Just put that in right there. Here's another shell. I don't really know shells. I should, because we have a place in Florida, but I don't know shells very well. Okay, there we go. Anyway, it's not, it's a little hodgepodgey. Let's try another one just to see if we like it any better. I'm going to do this one. We're going to start with the bird, so we're not overlapping things like that. We're going to do that one, and then we're going to do these 3 little birds down here. We're going to put those right there, like that. And we're going to put a crab shell right there. And this clam we'll put right there, just off the edge. Maybe right there. Maybe we'll put it right there too. There's enough space right there to put that. And now we're going to use this one. You just have to sort of play around, do whatever you want. I like that one a little bit better. They're all different. They're all sort of different. Let's do our sympathy for, well, we can do that. Oh, I know what we're going to do too. I'm going to set that aside. This is our 3 3/4 for our inside. We're going to stamp that. And I think this would be a perfect place to stamp these little shells along the bottom like that. And this one has a sympathy, heartfelt sympathy. Thank you for everything. You are a pearl, rare and precious. And that's a really neat set of saying, a really nice font. But I happen to need some sympathy cards, so that's what we're going to use. And it's a nice sympathy stamp. I wish it had an inside. Now I'm just looking for my little labels that I have cut out, but I don't know where they are. I see there. Let me see one's here. Maybe they're in my envelope. Here they are. Oh, I think before we put the stamps away, we better stamp the envelope. We don't want to have a naked envelope, so I don't know if I have ink on there. I'm just going to turn it over. And I'm going to put, oh, I think we'll just do this like this and put that bird right there. Isn't that a nice look? Okay, now our envelope is done. And, oh, I know what else we need to, I better do that sympathy before I forget. And these are cling or red rubber stamps, so we don't need our piercing mat. I'm going to ink it up really well. Actually, I think I'm going to use my espresso, just a little darker. I use crumb cake, but I like to use soft suede ink usually if I'm using crumb cake. It's just a little darker. There's our sympathy. That's nice and dark. And now let's do a couple of these things on a piece of paper so they can be die cut. We're going to stamp on this. I've written here, stamp here. So it tells me what to do. I will, because things get lost, as you well have seen. You can be working in a space this big, and everything is, and I double check everything, and it doesn't fail. Things get lost. Okay, I'm not sure what we're gonna use, so we're gonna stamp everything a little bit because there are dies for all of these things. These are the bigger ones, and I think that this is a really cool set of stamps because the dies match. And so look at these dies. Let's pull them out of here. There's one. This one is the clamshell that folds. Let's see if I can find my little pieces. Here they are. So I like to use this is the plastic things that we have for our markers. But this is that, and it embosses it. It's really cool. You can do that out of plain paper or with the gold. And there's some seashells. You can just see some little things. There are two different sizes of grasses, and just really, it's really nice looking stuff, I think. So we would die cut it. We would put, this is the clam, the crab, and the bird. I don't know, does anyone know what kind? Is it a sandpiper maybe? I'm not sure. I don't really know birds very well, or shells. But in Florida we have books, but that's how it cuts it out. And I have that already done. So let's see what we have. I've die cut that for you. And now let's put our card together. So what, I think I like that one better than this one's a little messy, but it's not, I can salvage it for sure. Okay, let's see. Where is my card base? Here it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on like that. And I think I will use my Seal Plus because it is gold. So, and that's when this is really, really sticky. So important to go backwards, sort of like that, sort of breaks it off. Okay, now we're going to put that on. Just a tiny 1/8 edge around there like that. And our sympathy is going to go right up here. We're going to put some dimensionals on that. Like that. And it's going to be a really pretty card, I think. I love collage. They're a little bit not vintage, but they're, I don't know, collage is a little bit vintage, I guess, maybe. Okay, there's a little bit of a smudge up there from some ink, but this is a good spot for that. And now, let's see what's here. We could put this crab right there. We've got the shell, clam shell, Like that. We could pop it up. I don't know, where's my bird? Let's see, here's the bird. I think the bird needs to go up for sure. And I think we'll do that. Put the bird on with a couple dimensionals. And maybe even we'll put that clamshell too, I think. And there's a spot for a pearl inside if you want. Anyway, there we go. How many of you have ordered from the new catalog already? That's the greatest benefit of being a demonstrator. And if you would like to order from the catalog early, you can join Stampin' Up. You can become a team member and do that. I think I'll just put it right there like that. And so it's, and maybe just slide it over just a hair. There we go. And do the same thing, but that's a great benefit. So you can include in your starter kit, you can include brand new things in a starter kit, which is nice too. But that's the best thing about being a demonstrator, is you get your order everything early. Okay, there. I think that's 2 things popped up, maybe is plenty. We don't need to do more. We'll save it, and I'll pop something up and finish this card. And okay, let's see. Let's put this on the inside. I wish they would do an inside and outside greeting, but we have other stamps, of course, but it's they don't always do that. Okay, there we have it. And it maybe needs a little gold ribbon. I think it needs a little something, not sure what. Oh, I have pink ribbon. I have pulled that aside. I don't know that I'll use that. I have to show you this ribbon. This is ombre ribbon. It's balmy blue and it is gorgeous. Look at that, how it has different light and dark in it. Let me see, I have some gold here. I think it's in my other basket. Here it is. I think that's what we're going to use. We're going to use this one. This one's on sale right now too. I don't know how much it is. It's the gold, and we have it. Oh, I love it. Wish we'd have it forever. I have loved this ribbon for sure. I'm going to just put it right here on the edge, and I think I'm going to snip it. I'm not going to tie a bow or anything. I'm just going to do a knot. So we did on the other one, but you just want to give it a little touch of something extra. Make sure it's all straight on the back. Okay, we're going to just going to hold that. It's always hard to see if I can hold it with this. And I just want to get a nice tight knot. That looks good. I don't know. I might not. We'll just tie it and see what happens. It's good to hold one end and pull the other is what you're supposed to do. That worked pretty well. And we'll snip those ends, I think. And there we have it. And let's put some pearls on. And I think what we're going to do is, let's see once. Maybe put one, could put a pearl right there. Take your pick tool. There we go. There's one pearl. We'll do a small pearl up here. And I think we need to do another one also. There's a lot of space up there. So, let's see. Here's a big pearl. That's a little bit too big. Let's not do that. Let's not use that one. Let's use a smaller one. Right there. Okay. I'm not positive about that location. It's a good triangle, but it almost looks like it needs another one. Let's try another one. There we go. There's 4. Now we need to put a 5th one on. Okay. Maybe over... Where? Maybe right there. Okay. There we have it. It's sort of heavy on pearls, but oh well, that's just the way it is. Okay, there's our card, and here's our envelope. Here's the other one that I made out of the pink. And this is the one I made out of the blue with that pretty ombre ribbon. I really like it out of the navy, and that's balmy blue. I don't have any more. I'm totally out of balmy blue paper, and I've got several orders coming, but they haven't arrived yet. So anyway, but I think our card is really quite pretty. That's the book binding. Hope you like that. And let's see how with the questions, or if you have any questions. Those of you, oh, I'm so glad you're going to try it. Thank you. I'm glad you liked them. Okay, let's turn the camera back up. And here we go. So, oh my goodness, what a morning. I had so much time to get ready and prepare for this. And of course, I was all organized and ready, but then I forgot a couple things this morning. Like where to put what group to be in. That's the most important thing, probably. Okay. Again, I hope you'll if you're a demonstrator, place your order. If you're not a demonstrator and would like to be one, I would love to have you on my team. Please let me know if you'd be interested in joining and buying some of these new products. And again, on YouTube, please subscribe, like, follow. On Facebook, you do the same thing. It's a little slightly different, but thumbs up, hearts, all those things, comments help. So I appreciate everything, and I always try to get back and answer questions. So, and I appreciate you tuning in today. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.